What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we got a banger of a recipe. I don't know about you, but me, when I was growing up, some of the first foods I would go to were those ones you just pop in the microwave and call it a day. Pizza rolls was one of those foods. You pair that with a Mountain Dew, man, I was in heaven. But it wasn't doing any good for my physique. So today I'm gonna show you guys how we can make an anabolic version right at home. It's gonna be lower in calories, higher in protein, and actually do our bodies some good. Not only is this super simple to whip up, anybody watching can do it. We can literally have this together with just a few simple ingredients. If you've been wanting pizza rolls at home, but you don't want the rolls on your body that come along with them, then make sure you try this recipe because it really could be a game changer. And for more healthy, low calorie, high protein alternative recipes, check out my cookbook, first link down below in the description. Every recipe on this channel is in there and it makes this whole dieting process fun again. We're not giving up foods we love, we're just making better choices. Link down below. So we're gonna start this recipe off by using a quick, easy dough hack. And a lot of these videos we make our own dough, but for this one, we're gonna be trying something different. What you're gonna need is a reduced fat crescent roll canister. Thing is super cheap and it's gonna work great for what we're trying to do. Let's go. So the first thing I'll do is lay down a piece of parchment paper, hit it with a little nonstick. Then now I wanna open my canister. Give her a little rip, hit that seal with a spoon, and boom, baby. What we're gonna do is find the seam and slowly unroll it, just like so. And if you take a look at this thing, you see how there's a line right down the middle to separate this in half? We only wanna use one side of it. Now I recommend for these, you can see here this little crease is kind of starting to come apart on these ones for the crescents, whereas these seem to be a little better put together minus that. That's gonna make me use this side so it sticks together better. So all I'm gonna do is go in with a knife and separate this. And now that we got our dough laid out, it's time to add some toppings. What I'm gonna do is use 61 grams of just some regular pizza sauce. Lower calories than regular marinara, only 35 calories in the sauce we're using, plus it's got all those pizza seasonings that you love. So I'll just use a spoon, remove from my scale, weighing everything out, dab that sauce right on here. Then now all I'll do is go in and spread it out. I'll leave a little bit of room on these edges just so it's not a sloppy mess when I go to fold this thing. And then now is where I like to add a couple seasonings. For me personally, I love crushed red peppers on my pizza, so I'll do a nice little layer of those right on here. A little bit of heat burns more calories. Actually, don't clip that and quote me, I'm not sure, but it sounds good. And then also we'll just do a little bit of oregano. Bingo. And now we got the mother of all cheeses, that fat-free mozzarella. So let me just swap that with a bowl, Indiana Jones style. Weigh out 112 grams. And then once again, all we're gonna do is spread this right on top of our crescent dough. And keep in mind, guys, I don't know when the last time you actually had a crescent roll was, but when this is finished, not only is that dough gonna be pillowy and sweet, but the pizza toppings inside of it is gonna make it the best dang pizza roll you've ever had. And never mind that it's anabolic and doing your body some good. Never mind all that. You serve this to someone randomly, they're gonna be your best friend for life. And then last, but most certainly not least, you already know we're using that turkey pepperoni. We only need about 15 grams of this. So I'm just gonna sit it on my scale, boom. And then once it's weighed out, I'm gonna do even coverage right on top. Little note, if you try to add more pepperonis to this, it's gonna make it a little harder to fold because these guys don't cooperate the best. So keep it minimum. And also keep in mind, when we roll this up, you're still gonna get a pepperoni in every single one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now the fun begins. We gotta roll this thing up. And keep in mind, we wanna do it lengthwise so we can get more rolls out of it. If you do it this way, it's still gonna work, but I find this really works best when you incorporate as many rolls as possible. So I'm gonna start on this end. What I'm gonna do is slowly use my dough and get it a nice little fold up. Helps if you start at one side, kind of work it up. Hey, bingo. And then once it's here, all we're gonna do is slowly work it and roll it. This is the trickiest part of this recipe, but it's really not that hard. Just requires a little bit of patience. Check me out, man. We're doing something here. Hey, look what we have here. I'm gonna move it back to the center of the paper. And then what I actually wanna do now is wrap it up. So I'll take my parchment paper, put it around it, fold it underneath, and then what I'm gonna do is place this in the freezer for about 10 to 15 minutes. That's gonna make us cutting it into pieces a much easier process. Okay, and after a little bit of time in the freezer, it is officially time to cut this thing up. What I like to do as far as these pizza rolls are concerned in the sizing, I like to make them at least an inch thick. That's gonna help them so they don't collapse while they're baking. Boom, boom, bingo, boom, perfect. Now all I'm gonna do is evenly space these out on a piece of parchment paper on a baking sheet. That looks perfect to me. And now all we gotta do is pop these in the oven at 375 degrees for about 10 to 13 minutes. Once they've taken shape and they're looking bubbly, you know you're good. All right, baby, when I return, it's anabolic pizza roll time. Let's go. And check it out, baby. After a short little trip in the oven, those crescent rolls bake right up, and they got the pizza, the anabolic version, trapped inside. Not only am I getting the smells from the pizza, but those crescent rolls, ooh, soft, flaky, like grandma used to make, except we get all the fun of pizza right in the middle. And what's really cool is the ones on the end actually seal up, so you get an underside too, and it's like trapped in there. Pretty neat. And ones like this are great, but you might get a little spillover, which is totally fine. It's all gonna eat the exact same way. If you made it this far into the video, please smash that thumbs up button for me, comment anything down below for the algorithm, hit that subscription button, and before this gets cold, I think it's time to pull up a chair, strap on the old feed bag, and try these things together. You guys ready? Let's go. All right, man, it's time to go. But first, as of me recording this video, the cookies and cream and fruity cereal crunch are both back in stock. They might not be if you look right now, but you might want to go check if you haven't had a chance to try out the best protein bar on the market. FinalBoxFitness.com. Code RGF10 will save you 10%. Let's get down to the nitty gritty, man. I'm gonna take that guy right there. Looks pretty good to me. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, let go. The real star of the show with this recipe is that crescent roll. Oh my goodness. It's soft, it's pillowy, it's got that grandma's cooking vibe to it, but we put a little bit of pizza right down in there. Guaranteed, if you like pizza and you like crescent rolls, you want the best of both worlds, this is what you want to do. And I had someone comment on the last video and they were like, how do we know, since you don't leave the food like you eating it and swallowing it in, how do we know you're not eating it and then spitting it out? Rest assured, people, if I'm making it on this channel, I am eating it. I just feel like the videos would be boring if I kept in every single bite and every single chew, you know what I mean? All right, example. I like this. That's really good. That makes for a boring video. Half of you probably already clicked off. But trust me, if I make it and I sit down in this chair, I am 100% eating it. If you follow me on MyFitnessPal, you'll see all these recipes every day for the video that's dropped. It's tracked in there. You can see it. I ain't lying to you. Now in this entire recipe, if you make it exactly how I did it, what you end up with for the entire thing is only 590 calories, 14 grams of fat, 50 grams of protein, 66 grams of carbs, 1 gram of fiber, 50 grams of protein in homemade pizza rolls. Not too shabby, if I must say so myself. Now, if you want a different way to do the dough that's not using crescent rolls, you can always make one of the many anabolic pizza doughs from the recipes I drop on this channel. You can use one of those. You can buy store-bought pizza dough that you just gotta lay out and roll. You can do all that, but I really think the reduced fat crescent rolls, the way it adds that pastry-like fluffiness to the outside, that's how you want to do it, man. Just get the reduced fat versions, you'll be good. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are down to the final bite. Let's do it. For me, a recipe like this is an easy 10 out of 10. Just about anything pizza for me is gonna be great, but you wrap it in a crescent roll, whew, really takes it up to the next level, and there's really no debating that 10 in my book. You should make this, tag me on your Instagram story, let me know what you think, and yeah, if you put in that effort, you get that roll right, I know you're gonna enjoy it just as much as I do. And if you got my cookbook, one of the lucky owners, it has been updated, so this recipe is now in there. Grab your updated copy if you wanna get in on all this goodness. Link down below in my description. And big shout out to everybody that placed an order for an Anabar. I'm telling y'all, if you like good food and you're not a fan of regular protein bars, maybe this is the one that finally gets you to sign up, man. So the restock is live. One of these 2 flavors, you get it. Seriously, I know you're gonna love it. If you try it, I know you're gonna love it. I just know. Call it intuition, but if you do, it won't be something you regret. Smash that thumbs up button for me, comment anything down below for the algorithm, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see each and every one of you at the next video. See you guys. I'm out.